How often do you get out and about in the grounds?
There was a time when I was a young man that I used to regularly go for long walks around, but I don't often go in without somebody telling me which way to go.
From here you go out in front of the house, up towards Park Hill, possibly where you came in. Did you come down the hill? You probably came down the hill. But instead of going up the hill, you turn left through the no entry, so you're going up the no entry the wrong way. Go up to the safari office, just say to the person in the safari office, you know, you're going up to see them, and they'll send you up. Either you'll go up the back road round, or you'll go in the same way as the public, and whoever's on, you know, whoever you want to talk to will be there.
I've been here just over a year now in the safari park.
Have you always been into animals and stuff?
Yes, I lived in a game reserve for about 14 years before I moved to England. So you get used to the animals around you.
I have been living here a while, so actually I find that it's quite similar in the way that there are a lot of foreign people and the people are really friendly. So obviously I find this place nice to stay here.
I do like Catherine, the zebra, Katie rather. She looks like she's like the zebra equivalent of like a tennis ball that your dog's had for years, and he's bitten all like the fluff away, and you've just got that like hard black rubber under surface with a couple of patches of what used to be the outside of the ball. She's so old now, bless her, she's losing her stripes.
I'm very, what's the word? What's the word, Jeff, when women sort of are frightened of me? What do you call it? What's it called? Come on. Oi! Yes, you said to me, English women don't like me because I'm what?
Too much of a threat.
Too much of a threat. I give out sexual appeal.
The hippos don't do anything. 22 hours a day of sleep and 2 hours of eating. That's about it. They are so bone idle.
No. I kind of suck up to the boss, so I ain't got to do any work. I just get to sit out back doing nothing all day.
Oh, my daily routine, right? I get up at about 7 o'clock and I'm usually in work by about 8, and that's quite good because it's quite quiet between 8 and 9. And then I run around for about 12 hours and then come home again.
You'll end up having a laugh all day because of the fact if you didn't, you'd end up crying. But yeah, it's cold, muddy in the winter, but of the summer, obviously, you know, your muscles are big. You feel a bit sure of yourself, like the old sun comes out, everyone's a poser, and yeah, you know, it's have a laugh, and then home, sleep, and that's it. That's it really, it's just, yeah, good.
Do you get lots of problems with the monkeys putting cars to pieces?
It depends on what mood the monkeys are in. I mean, if it's really hot weather, then you say if you see any monkeys doing much damage.
Or the windscreen wipers off and things like that.
But it depends on what mood the monkeys are in completely to what damage they do.
The Volkswagen was the make that came to pieces the easiest. And the old Triumph Acclaim, if you had one of those, when it went out, there wasn't a lot left on it afterwards.
I think sort of the great apes are capable of thinking it up to a point, but they can't follow a chain of thought very far. The concept that
male monkeys like red-coloured cars because female bottoms are red when they're in season. They sort of shine a bit more.
Blanky check pen, here we go.
What's the matter?
Sophie's eating a mouse.
We don't really get involved with the food side of things. We don't actually eat here as such. You know, we've obviously got our own home life.
Yeah.
We go home obviously to sleep when we've got to sleep. Specific sort of. Hello. Have a cup of tea, that's right. Yeah. Come to the back door. Somebody will meet you there. Okay?
Well, I once set something that had fallen down in the, or been knocked down, I don't know quite how it came to my plate, in the safari park. And that was an antelope of some kind and had a special name, but I can't really remember what it was. And that, I think, we all had a portion of it somewhere around the estate.
You can guarantee someone will come up to the fence, won't they, and go, "What type of animal's that?" and think it's really, really, really funny. But they do, though, don't they?
Yeah.
What is it? Is it a monkey? Maybe I just look weird.
Maybe you do.
Right, yeah.
No, it does happen, yes.
It's when they stop whistling and looking that you start worrying, you know. Your face.
We should have started this early, you know. It's quite funny.
Yeah.
Come on, Brian.
Please don't look at me like that.
I'm not looking. How do you cope? I'm so sorry. How do you cope?
Look at you making me laugh.
I'm not. It's you.
No, sorry, I employ artists to do all the...
I'm hoping to get a working permit to stay working in the safari park, but unfortunately I don't know yet, so it's going to take about another 6 months for me to find out.
Oh no, I'll definitely stay here. It's just easy work. Yeah, I'll stay for quite a while, I think. Can't really be bothered to do anything else.
This summer is going to be the last summer I'm going to be here. I've been here a while, and really, I haven't traveled as much as I would like.
Usually got a chuck with some bicycle jumping that.
We went to Bath yesterday. I think it's just an amazing place.
Do you know how old I am? What do you think? I won't be cross, I promise.
I can't speak.
Oh, come on. Mouth it. Next.
Is that the way out?
No idea.
We were following you.
No, we're trying to find a way in. We know where the way out is.
Is that the way out?
This isn't the way out, though, is it?
Who would win the 100 metres? Obvious.
Yeah. I could win sort of the first 30 metres.
Yeah, right.
No, I could.
No, you couldn't.
And then it'd be you.
No, you couldn't win the first half a metre.
Okay, as you say, Patrick's the one who's much more
You could be wearing
competitive.
running shoes.
That's actually rude.
Whoopsie.
Personally, I find it so much easier to run with somebody than on my own.
It is by far the best form of social.
Oh yeah, I really love it. Wife hates it, I love it.
What about a mile? Who'd win in a mile?
Patrick.
I would win in a mile.
If you didn't get distracted.
If I didn't get distracted.
Yeah.
No.
I think your mind fitness is more important.
Yeah,
mental
mind and body fitness is...
Mental fitness is more important than your body fitness.
Running is a mind thing. It is a mind thing.
It is a mind thing.
It's not just. It's not a case of just putting one foot in front of the other. It is a mind thing. If you haven't got the frame of mind to run that day, that time, that minute, you're only one step away from a walk. And that is it.
That's a good point.
Excuse me, could I interview you on your experience of running?
It's exhausting. I get a bit red and sweaty and hot, very hot. And I find at times I get sort of chafing. That's quite uncomfortable.
When the Jane Fonda workout video has been on, I have actually joined in once or twice. But at my age now, I've gone a bit stiff.
people.
We used to go and dive off about 40-foot cliffs straight into the sea. It didn't worry us. Now I wouldn't even go within 10 feet of the cliff. But there you are.
Just go back to sports quickly.
Mhm.
Did you ever do sports to impress the opposite sex at all?
No, I wouldn't want to impress the opposite sex with sport because I think they just spoils us.
The first thing really was, when I first started climbing, was to try and impress ladies. And besides that, all the women you do meet down here are basically hairy baboons, you know, they're not my type, unfortunately.
And legs down for power. So hand first, bang. Faster with the hand, Ruth, faster with the hand. But that doesn't mean fast with legs as well. Fast hand first, watch, pause and fast hand, that's it.
It's been lots of fun doing this. I enjoy it. Really, really hoping to one day get quite good at this, but I don't know if it'll happen. I'm getting too fat, really. Oh dear.
When you're getting swinging through the air, like you don't know where you're at and you're trying to like find where you are, but he's got complete control of your body. Yeah, that move is really painful on your socket of your shoulder because he really pulls at it, and when you land, it's painful on your.
Okay.
Yeah.
When he lands on the full side, still got a control of him.
You feel a bit like dizzy afterwards.
I went fly fishing once. I caught a 7-pound blue bottle. I tried it, but I got bored. Just sat there waiting for something to happen. Nothing. A bit more. I'd like a bit more activity, like than fishing.
Well, every time you go fishing, you never know what you're going to catch, and every bite you get, it could be something different. I mean, just caught a perch, which is only a little thing. Spiky perch.
Good. A few more. Distance. Fast feet. Keep the distance nicely. Good. Change direction. Good. Holding blades as well. Legs down for power. Low line parry. Step team. Riposte. Cease riposte. Cart riposte. Fast hand. Parry, 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 parry. Nice hit.
We can get to some interesting places doing this. Most people don't get to see these places, but which is good. It gets you away from other people into the great outdoors. Oh, right, okay. It's just a long reach and see if I can get to the top. Ooh. Okay then, see what we can do this time. Oh.
Well, there's been a few times I've fished with one where I haven't had any bites all day. For a couple of times I've been you're against the fish, basically. But today's been good, which is very unusual because it's been so cold. But obviously they're hungry.
Hands are getting sweaty already. Getting high as well. Oh dear. I hope I'm not gonna. Ooh, foot slip.
Sometimes I'm competitive and sometimes I'm not, but quite a lot I do quite like to be on the side that wins, but if I'm not, I'm just cool with it, sort of thing.
Well, you're getting better.
Yeah, I'm getting better. At the moment, I think I'm cool with losing.
You just describe what move you're going to do and then do it. And then tell me where to, because I don't want to get in the way. So.
Okay, there's well, he's gonna land over there, so be careful. Go back. Extending him. Hold on high. Tight. Okay.
The last game I played with you, you weren't very happy that you lost.
Yeah, and that was quite a long time ago.
Well, you didn't take it well that you'd lost.
I didn't take it that well, but I took it all right.
I'm not getting enough exercise. I used to go swimming, but I've not got the time to do it now. I just can't be bothered. I used to like swimming, but I've packed that in.
I think the
first
egg came first.
I think
to give birth, so the chicken could come out, and then the chicken can have
But
more
where
eggs.
would the egg come from?
Oh yeah, but if you think about it, an egg is going to become a chicken, but it's being but then the chicken's going to be would be an egg. So if you think about chickens after the eggs, I think egg comes.
Yeah, but maybe the chicken might have come from another animal, like a rooster. It's
There's sterile waters somewhere, and the volcanic chemicals and all that has started life, and then we've evolved from that. What I do find hard is the fact that we've actually evolved from something so minuscule, like so microscopic, to the dinosaurs, to us.
I think that we come from some kind of chemical explosion that caused some form of life to be created, and that we eventually slithered out of the sea, and it may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but eventually we're going to be extinct.
I think we are a process of evolution. I think we are not the top of the pinnacle, we are just a branch, I think.
Yeah, I'm completely conscious of the fact that I'm actually just a cloud of potential, of which primarily water molecules. If you looked at me across time, you would see a cloud of water molecules form and momentarily become brine and then move off again.
I can't bring myself around to thinking we came from the sea.
No, I don't think great-great-granddad was a fish.
Slimy then, wouldn't
Yeah, I'm sure that we came from the sea, most definitely, because it just seems, you know, when I get into water, I naturally want to start frolicking, and I think that must mean that, you know, so we came out of the sea and crawled onto land for some reason. I don't know why, and it's a shame. I think it'd be great if we all went back to being aquatic.
I don't know. I think we're more likely to have originated from on land, because we haven't got, like, you know, we've got gills, haven't we? But maybe, you know.
Well, they're always looking for this missing link, aren't they? And they've never found it yet. The connection between us and monkeys. I mean, what sort of idiot wants to prove he's come from a monkey?
The difference between me and a monkey would be mainly that monkeys, they live in the jungle and I live in Catford.
There's a train of thought that says that we came to this planet thousands, hundreds, millions, whatever years ago, and in fact already did colonise this planet as an alien race.
I do incline to think maybe we did start from another planet, maybe we did come from another planet.
You know, I'd love to see aliens or something similar on our planet. I think it would be great to see how we kind of interact with them, whether they'd be similar to us or not very similar or something like that.
Would they be good golfers?
Humans were created by this giant cosmic cow licking a stone, and as it licked this stone, the humans rolled off.
Looking at birds evolved from dinosaurs. Yeah, probably could have done, because they did actually have wings, didn't they? Some dinosaurs years and years ago, didn't they? So though it's the size of the dinosaur, and how do you get something like a sparrow or you know, a little wren or something like that from something that's absolutely ginormous, this huge, great sort of dinosaur?
I don't know really. I haven't ever really given it much thought.
Yeah, where'd you get these questions from?
Well, you know, your evolution, that's all a load of rubbish, isn't it? It's not true, is it? It's a load of rubbish. How can you possibly evolve a set of wings? It's not going to happen, is it? I mean, I'd like a set of wings. I'd love a set of wings. In fact, if I could have anything, I'd definitely have a set of wings, but it wouldn't matter how many times I jumped off a tall building, I'd never grow wings. And even if I jumped off a tall building and then my child jumped off a tall building and his child jumped off a tall building and we did that forever and ever and ever, there is not the slightest chance that wings would grow out of my back.
We all started off much the same kind of thing. We all were waddling along on our bellies to begin with. Then we grew arms and heads and legs, and some of us got up and walked, and some of us stayed down crawling around. You know, I'm glad I've evolved the way I am. I wouldn't like to have been further back in the evolutionary scale.
I think we've evolved to our full potential. I think we have.
Possibly.
It's hard to...
Maybe not on an intellectual basis, because
well,
every day,
I don't know,
you
it's hard
get more and more.
Hard to see how you can improve further, isn't it?
We'd be able to do some good tricks if we had a couple more legs. I'm sure we'd be able to work out some new stunts for the show, so that could be a positive advantage, definitely at this stage.
Depends whose legs they were, doesn't it, really?
I think, I mean, obviously we'd adapt in whatever way if we had extra legs, but...
We were, wouldn't it? If you had 6 legs, where would your arse be?
Yeah.
I don't know whether physiologically we're developing.
The only thing I can think of is that because we have such stressed lives, we're much more aware of exercising to release the stress, and so we're getting more toned bodies than we might have had.
I've got as far as I'd like to evolve as I am at the moment. At the moment.
I'm searching, you know what I mean?
Aren't we all?
Maybe one day I'll just wake up and think, I have evolved.
One day we think you got there, the next minute you get run over.
That's it, game over. You know what I mean?
I regard myself as a kind of ego-driven space-time meat vehicle, and I'm in the centre as the driver, trapped inside the folly of the monkey ego. But I accept that its limitations, but I know that the truth is that it's actually just a space-time version of a larger hyperdimensional information field.
Oh, jeez. I just think, at the end of the day, it's about genetic transport. Basically, we're just hauling genomes along in a bag, which is our body, from century to century. I think that's what it's all about, folks, you know?
It's noticeable we don't get cold winters anymore. They're just wet. So, we might survive another one.
The sound of the sea. Definitely. It's the sound of the sea. I find it really, really peaceful.
I think I have a very intimate relationship with water because I'm primarily composed of it. But I do think water is one of the great mysteries.
The sea, that black vastness, coupled with your imagination of the sea, and the fact that the sea has all these creatures that are from other planets, the vastness of the sea out there, sea monsters, and the dark. You're right against it, you know what I mean? We're right against it.
I have to say, I don't really like the idea of what's below. I find it a bit kind of like, ooh, it's like I think about how deep am I, or is there going to be kind of, you know, because I do swim quite a way out, but I have to say the further out, it's almost like testing myself or something like that. It's like, go on, like how far can you go?
You enjoy being buoyed up by it, but of course with every swell there's always a little dip at the other side, so that's something that you always have to check for and be aware of.
Oh, it's too clever for me, all of that stuff.
How is water water? It's an eternal mystery that every time I look at it, it just completely amazes me. It behaves unlike any other material that we've got on the planet. It has a property that nothing else has, which is a form of quantum coherence. But water seems to have the quantum coherence field moves outside of the molecule, and the water can be seen to be acting as a whole. And this is extraordinarily unusual.
I think it's a great medium. It supports you. It's fun. It's a beautiful environment to be in. So for me, I love water.
I don't love water. I'm scared in the water.
I was scared of the sea because it was really big, and I was really little, and it was just really huge, and it was cold, and it was unpredictable, and you'd get splashed and knocked over, and I got dumped a few times by the waves, and I didn't like that at all, not one bit, and it would all be in my eyes, and no, it wasn't very nice. But once I'd learned to swim, I was much happier, and now I can't. I always go swimming in the sea now.
I like swimming because you can lose yourself. You can be on your own. You have more space. It's nature, it's nice.
When I'm swimming on my front, I haven't still learned the technique of tilting my head to the side and taking in a breath. I take in a lot of water. That's the way it is. Seriously, I drink so much water that it is a danger to others.
Bobbing around in the sea.
I don't like bobbing
around
in the sea.
Yeah, I used to like bobbing around in the sea, put it that way, when we were younger, but I don't go now, so.
I'm an excellent swimmer, and I've got loads of badges, and I've won a few competitions. I've got life-saving awards and all sorts of badges.
I'd like to have something that kind of unfurled out of your nose like a periscope. Like a periscope, so that when you went swimming, you could just shoot this periscope up,
good.
and you could just get air the whole time. That would be great. It'd have to be very long though, wouldn't it? Because if you're going 20 foot down or something.
Yeah, I think so.
I have a dualistic relationship with the ocean that I'm absolutely thrilled by and energised by it, but I'm made nervous by its immensity and its depth.
When you've been down, it's really deep down in the sea, it's when you're diving, and then you come up too fast. I think you get an air bubble in your head, and it decompresses your brain.
If I go too deep, you can have headache, or So that's the thing about diving, It's not as free as people think, I think.
I don't like the idea of being underwater for too long, but a minute is long enough for me. As long as I can hold my breath and I want to be out there.
If you get the bends, it can be quite narcotic. You can get a kind of narcotic effect. You don't know which direction you're going in, you don't know which is up or down, you don't know how long you've been in the water, you can't regulate yourself anymore. And I think it's it's really, really dangerous.
I've had altitude sickness, which is like the opposite, isn't it?
There's only a certain depth you can go to, isn't there, without your head exploding.
I think the sensation of lying on water and having the waves take you up and down is a very primal experience, and it's saying to me, you are tiny and insignificant, and I can sweep you away.
I've got severe motion sickness. It used to be pretty bad. I used to puke all the time, but now it's a bit better. And it's not a pleasant experience for me personally, no.
I don't like jellyfish at all. They frighten me. Don't like being stung by anything. Bees, wasps, jellyfish, any of that stuff. I don't like it.
No, there's nothing that scares me in the sea. Only the obvious floaty things which shouldn't really be there, to be honest.
I love the sea and I love swimming in the sea. I think the sea is really scary, man. It's a whole another universe in the sea, man. The sea is a big thing. All kind of things. And the thing is, actually, when you're in the sea, it's really interesting, that thing. When you kind of dive into the sea and you get in there and you go out there, you realise as a being, the being that you are, the species that you are, is you have suddenly fallen very rapidly down the food chain. You are no longer the dominant species. You are suddenly food.
I'm not afraid of anything because I gave up fear, but nothing scared me at all until somebody told me I should watch out for the sharks.
I'm okay with sharks. They have such a bad reputation. Everybody had them. I don't know why. They are quite nice.
I just don't really like the idea of feeling like even fish, which is a bit dumb because obviously they're there. The bit that I really hate is when you get that seaweed. Yeah, I suppose it is seaweed that they kind of like catches around, that brown sort of like stuff like tagliatelle, but instead they kind of like wraps itself around. That's when I get a bit freaked out, and I kind of think I'd rather be in a swimming pool.
Would be too much, could you?
If I were attacked by a shark,
Right.
I would scream.
Oh, come on.
And I'd be dead.
I don't think you could do much, could you?
Well, it depends. If you had me by the leg, I'd be able to scream and scream. But if you had me on my throat...
We were just talking about that now, that there's on the news
about
of
that,
somebody
because-
being attacked by a shark.
Crocodile.
A crocodile.
In
A
Australia.
crocodile in Australia. And I'm just going now.
Ooh. Sorry.
So I do have a real phobia about the water, don't I?
yeah.
Which is driving everybody mad now.
I'm quite low down in the food chain because it's not. I am. You ever think about this? How many things can eat me? Loads, isn't it? And you.
I've been under a lot of pressure lately.
If there's something that annoys you, something that gets on your nerves, something that is the one thing that sets you off, that is a pet hate.
Pet hates. What I hate, pet hates. I don't hate too much. I'm annoyed by certain things, so can we go for pet annoyances? Yeah, instead of hates. Yeah, that's better.
Of someone someone who's a noisy eater.
Oh, yes.
That really
Like me.
annoys me.
Like that, Joan. Yes, like that.
Oh,
That's
God.
annoying.
The pair of these are annoying.
Very nice, Sean.
Please, you enjoyed it.
Yes, it was
Yes.
very nice.
At the expense of our ears.
Frustrating the life out of her.
I burst a couple of blood vessels there.
I don't like that
Yes,
at all.
Joan, that's a pet hate.
I've already
Doing
got
it
plenty.
again?
Yeah, annoyances.
Annoyances.
Yeah, what annoys you? You. Okay, fine. I think that wraps up that question. Can we move on to the next one now?
No, let's elaborate. Let's find out why I find you annoying.
It is very self-righteous, actually.
No.
You
No,
are.
I'm
You
not
always
having
think
that.
you're right.
No, no,
I like to
no.
get the last word.
No, that's not right.
Well, I think you do think you're right.
No, I've changed a lot.
But there you're doing it now, saying I'm wrong, so you're right.
Well, I'm hardly going to say, oh yes, I am self-righteous.
Not in a horrible way, though.
Oh, what's a nice way of being
I
self-righteous
don't know, it's
then?
just you. I'm just used to you being like that.
Right. Self-righteous? No. No.
What do you think about speed cameras?
Eating?
Speed cameras.
Sorry.
Speed cameras.
Nope. Don't get it. I
Do
do.
you know what speed cameras are?
Cucumbers.
I don't drive myself, but if everybody obeyed the rules, the traffic would go much better and everybody would get there quicker. Like on the motorways, this happened travelling back from Snowdon. We were sticking to the rules and regulations of 40 miles per hour and there were still cars coming past, and I was shouting and cheering to the speed camera saying, "Get that one, get that one."
Speed cameras.
Bees, honey.
No, speed cameras. You know, to catch cars if they go.
Oh.
Yeah, speed cameras.
No.
Because I can't stand listening to the radio, because the radio I find really irritating. I can't stand just having loads of noise in my head. I hate that. I just like to have silence in the morning, and if there's any noise, it's just me talking to myself.
Sometimes when you're talking, I feel I'm coming in a bit too quick before you finish the sentence, and I'm thinking,
We all do that.
I shouldn't have done
And
that.
the other thing is,
And
I find
I need
myself
myself for
saying the
doing
words
it.
for you. Say the words.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like people breathing down my neck. No, I don't like anybody breathing down my neck. And all it makes the hairs on my back of my neck stand up if I can feel somebody breathing down my neck. Get back.
Drunk people. I hate them. They behave like a gang of wild animals who are not animals. They're loud, they shout, birds fly off. They're singing hip-hop song that doesn't make sense to anybody. And they're wearing these white trainers and walking like orangutans normally, yeah? The hands is forward, the bend, and they're going like...
It's just like if you're driving down the motorway, now they sling bleeding coke cans out the window at 60 and 70 mile an hour.
Do they?
Yeah, that's happened to me 2 or 3 times in the last couple of months. All of a sudden some practice slings a coke can out the window and it goes bouncing along at me, goes past your window about 70 mile an hour. And hope as you're driving along that the thing don't bounce on your motor, innit? Because you end up with dents everywhere. You end up with hammer finish. Hammer finish motor.
The best thing you can do is leave traces of poo in the way, because they're actually not looking at all on the ground, they're looking at the girls around them. They step on it, they walk with it, then starting to smell. So they blame each other and they look at the sole of the shoes and that's it. They've been hit by us. And show them that you can be dangerous, but in a smelly way.
This is a funny question. What do you think your most unappealing habit is, both of you?
Energetic.
Unappealing habit.
Unassuming habits.
Unappealing.
I've no.
Sort of nasty habits. If you've got any bad habits.
None.
None.
Oh, no, we haven't any bad habits.
No.
Bad habits. When people say something, I pretend I haven't heard them, so they repeat it again. That's a bad
What
habit.
for?
Just do it.
Dave's got some bad habits. He goes like that with his jaw. Really annoys me. Like,
Oh, Dougie does this? I mean, what good's that, anybody?
well, I don't know what Dave does. It's as if like his jaw's locked and he has to go.
God.
My habit is, and this
I
has
do
been
that.
explained to me by my children as well.
Yeah, this has been
When I
explained to me
say-
by my children.
When I say a joke, I go on to
Explain
explain.
it.
What's that?
Somebody's flushed the toilet upstairs.
I have a few bad habits. I tend to scratch a lot, and I also, unknowing to me, I tend to pass wind a lot when I'm in public, but that doesn't really worry me, because you've got to pass wind or you might blow up.
What's that mean?
Bad smells.
Yeah, that's natural, isn't it?
Not that much isn't natural.
You've got that many bad habits. I don't know if we've got all evening to discuss them.
I don't think I have I? Hey? What bad habits have I got? Pardon you.
Pardon me.
Yeah, you can't not do it, can you? It's not like biting your nails, which you just do.
You don't have to force it so much.
Don't force it, just...
You do. Like that.
It's not true.
hate spiders and I hate spiders and spiders and spiders.
As I say, I think we're being used by people. Our tolerance is being used by people for their own ends. I was most annoyed with the election of the last Labour Party, who weren't really bothered about what they did.
As I look down, I can see an empty beer keg standing beside a plastic bucket full of don't know what. And looking out further, a melange of undergrowth and rubbish and rocks and bricks and concrete and shoes, and then in the distance the marvellous vista of the motorway. It's like a dream come true.
What's the neighbourhood like round here, both of you?
Down in the ghetto, that's where the life is so cold.
We don't live in the ghetto. It's an inner city we live in.
It's an urban redevelopment scheme. The council really wants to know.
Urban. You know what I mean? Remember, state the word.
This is one of the best neighbourhoods you could live. The way it's handed to the centre of town, also to the local village at Stockton Heath. So I just love living here. I have done since the first day we moved in, especially because of the people who live around here. But that's, forget that bit.
I know it's not mine. It's beyond my wildest dreams because it's really upmarket. And I'm not kidding you, I would never have dreamt in a million years when I was at Newcastle, I would be living in a place like this.
It's
a lot better.
Much nicer. Yeah. Much nicer.
Lots
bigger.
Yeah. Lot
Yeah.
Much
more
more
room.
spacious, yeah.
More garden.
Nice to have a garden, yeah.
And dare I say it, more than one loo.
Yes.
My dream house would be like really modern day. There would be an elevator to go upstairs. So my feet get tired of going up to bed, and I was just like, I have to keep on climbing it every hour.
That wall there, for about 3 foot up, was running with water when we moved in. And I was a long while trying to work out why.
No. No, what's a stupid question? Damn problem. No, I don't think so.
What do you mean by that, kind sir?
What do you mean, substance? Substance? What's a substance?
Subsidence.
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 Yeah.
Subsidence.
You're lean.
Yeah, I'm lean. Yeah, I've got a leaning problem. Yeah.
No, you mean if... What do you mean, Dad?
Subsidence? We don't get any subsidence here.
Nothing here at all.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure why. I don't think we get it here.
I mean, some people lay stones on sand, but I don't agree with that. I lay stones on clay, which is what is underneath, and I use the Italian system of ramming it in sideways when it's moist, and then jumping on it. Jumping and jumping and jumping. You can actually cause yourself varicose veins if you do that.
It was built by boys who knew how to build houses in the 1950s, because that's built with brick. See? A lot of these houses you see now, they're just thrown up. This one was built putting one brick on top of the other. I think I'm here permanent now, absolutely permanent.
I've been here for over 2 years now.
Yes, I've been here about 2 years.
I've been here
I think I'm longer than you.
Yes.
You would have, yes. I became... I'm not sure how long I've been.
You were here when I came. I've been here 4 years. Must be 4 years.
I can't remember.
Enjoyed every minute
I think
of
I've
it.
been longer than 2 years, I'm sure of that.
You have been, yes.
Well, it's just nice to know that there's, like, I come here and there's people like Muriel and a few hundred, well, a few.
Yes,
yes,
a few.
And they're all the same. We're all here for the same purpose.
Companionship.
That's it.
Friendship, conversation. We talk about past lives sometimes, future. What we're going to do tonight.
Monday I wait for Thursday, Thursday I wait for Monday.
No, I didn't say that.
No, I know you
No,
didn't, but
mine
I
was
do.
I said to one of them, did you have a nice weekend?
But we did say that, I mean, we quite like it, don't we? We did say if we win the lottery, we'd put a swimming pool and we'd be quite happy here, wouldn't we? Like to somewhere sort of like warm in the winter and then come back here in the summer, because I do like it here.
Spain. Yeah, Spain.
Spain.
I'll go in Spain. I'll go.
I don't know, haven't really given it too much thought.
Big Miami would be nice.
I've noticed when you pass people down here and you're smiling, say good morning, you sort of wouldn't do that in Newcastle. In Newcastle, they would think you were soft. I mean, you just didn't do that. People just sort of walk past each other and bump into each other. But down here, it's just nice and friendly, and I like it. I mean, it's great.
It's friendly, although we don't mix. No, that ain't the right word. We don't walk in and out of each other's houses, but everybody's friendly, everybody speaks when you see them. No, I can't think of anything I really dislike about it.
Well, you don't know what's around the corner, but I can't be doing with moving again.
Well, the shop's around the corner.
What do you mean, the shop's around the corner?
Well, there's the hairdressers, the shoe shop, the clothes shop,
What's that
and there
got
was a
to-
post office. Well, you said you never know what's round the corner, and I do. I do know what's round the corner.
Yeah, I'm not going to move them all. It's too hard to work, for one thing. This is where we are. We'll finish up here. I like it anyway.
What would I say I like about this neighbourhood? The views. I mean, the views are just as sunset to sunrise, sunrise to sunset. Wonderful views. Yeah.
Here comes the rain. Oh dear. I think it'll go. Seems to be.
It'll just be a passing drop.
With the bedroom with a big leak in the roof.
No.
Which we don't know where it's coming from because nobody's bothered to look.
Because I like to call myself lucky. But having your house struck by lightning on the first day when you move in seems to me that ain't such a lucky thing.
I haven't got any circus skills at all. I can't juggle, I can't throw the knife at the lady, I can't tame the lion, and I can't crack the whip or jump into the small bucket. Can't do any of those things.
The thing that excites me about performing is that it's a release of any tensions that you might have inside you.
Ooh. I'm not sure whether it does excite me anymore, it's just the money.
Oh, it does me. The thing that excites me about performing really is the fact that you're doing something good, you're making people laugh.
Except the ones that walk off.
Except the ones that walk off, and, you know.
It's a kind of two-way thing. Seeing people enjoy and just connecting with them, you know what I mean? I kind of like that about it, really.
You've got to communicate with the audience, but not to look at them, because you are apart from them and it will break the illusion.
I normally try and interact with an audience, but with 800 it becomes really difficult. But I actually think I managed. And that's an amazing feeling to just see that you're making an impact.
Like I was doing a job in Brighton recently, and then had a real buzz about it. And then I was in Suffolk or somewhere like that, doing an agricultural show, and people had come to look at the cows.
I had to stand on one leg and do a raspberry.
go arse over what's it in front of 250 people. And I bonked my head. I thought it was a goner. And I heard them as I hit the floor go, and it was weird because it like took off. I just like flew. And I was just so embarrassed. I was like, no, I'm fine, just get back on, I'm fine.
We spent a huge amount of time when we were on the road exercising. We would stay up all night long practicing our handstands. We used to spend hours balancing and tumbling and helping each other learn tricks and use our bicycles, that sort of thing.
I can do nothing like that. I can't even juggle.
Well, can I? I juggle with 2 things, but not with 3.
That's not really juggling, is it?
No, it's chucking stuff up in the air, isn't it?
Yeah.
Apart from doing a bit of stretching, a bit of yoga, trying to get my foot behind my neck and stuff like that, you know, just to kind of loosen the old gizmo areas. Everyone used to get down and do bang out 20, drop and give me 20. So we used to do that. And then all stick our knuckles together like loads of bravado-y kind of, you know, blokey business and put your knuckles together, you know, things like that. Yeah.
You need to warm all those areas up, your body, and then moving on to your voice. And I start to hum a kind of there's opening your voice and going, you know,
Many men, many men, many men, 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 many men, many men, many men, men, men.
In tooting two tutors astute, try to toot to a duke on a flute.
Papa à moi, toddler rigger.
That kind of thing, you know, it's all kind of croaking out. But it's it opens up your voice, it relaxes and strengthens your vocal cords, it warms everything up.
I don't find the clowns funny. I do begrudge them coming on. I find it quite insulting.
No, what I enjoy about clowns, I think they're very talented actually, because when clowns get together at the circus, they can do things that are very funny, like they can throw custard pies at each other and things in a very funny way to make a lot of people laugh, and you have to be very talented to be able to do that. You have to be an entertainer.
No, oh my goodness, no way. They're so horrible. They're really frightening, and I think a lot of people are scared of clowns.
And they're very funny, actually.
If it's badly done, it can be very sad.
Oh, it's totally embarrassing. Yeah, I don't like clowns.
It doesn't work out. You feel pity for them, and that's like so awful.
Clowns are creepy, aren't they? They're not funny at all. They're just weird.
They don't look like they're happy. You know, the way they're painted smiles and their hair. And I don't like the music, that that horrible roundabout music with, clowns aren't not my...
Slapstick just isn't funny, I don't think. Do you know what I mean? A car falling apart and somebody falling over. It's like...
The one I first saw when I was a little kid was called Doodles. Yes, I like the clowns. I like slapstick.
One of the things we least like about what we do is
working with each other.
Yeah. You're constantly having to travel with each other, work with each other, be creative.
Do interviews.
Do everything together.
If there aren't a few butterflies around in the tummy before you go on stage, you're probably not going to give a good performance. You've got to be keyed up.
You'd think after all this time I wouldn't, but yes, I still do. I still freak out and panic and fear, you know, the audience reaction to me, and then I get over it.
You feel sick sometimes. But as soon as I go on stage, I think, well, this is it. I can't turn back now. I'm on. Oh, God, there comes the light. The light's going up. Inside, the real me is saying, oh, my God. You know, here we go. Why am I doing this? I love it when I'm doing it. I know I love it when I'm doing it, but why am I doing it? I'm glad I didn't have too much to eat.
We did a show a couple of years ago, and 8,000 kids saw it in a week. We had about 1,000 kids per performance. And the kids were like, you know, they were 8 or 9, screaming blue murder. Ah, I'm gonna... Oh, I've never been so scared in all my life. Why do I must be stupid? And you get out there and you look out and you think, they're just loving it. And they're completely engrossed in what you're doing.
It's knowing that whatever I take on to perform in front of the audience, actually, it comes through me. It's something that I take on, and it just kaboom.
Every time I went on, I could just feel the people laughing at me. It was fantastic. That gives me such a buzz. Such a hell of a buzz.
We turned down Freddie Starr, didn't we?
We turned down Freddie Starr.
Freddie Starr couldn't pay enough for us.
Yeah.
That was the highlight of our career, I think.
That was the
Really
highlight of our career, turning down Freddie Starr.
That's something I hadn't really considered, appearing on television. But if the chance came, yes. Yes, it would be a new dimension.
I am scared of heights a bit. I think I could get over it though.
The circus is it's a bit boring, isn't it, really?